Alright, well then, I suppose that's enough time to wait. So, this'll probably look weird on the VOD because, I just sort of started. Not on the intro screen, where I usually do, but, River City Girls ran very short because I completed it. So, time for more Slay the Princess then. As if I needed another excuse to play Slay the Princess. Alright, so, last time, let's see, we encountered the Nightmare, and, oh shoot, second one was, I just refer to her as the punch one, Adversary. I keep wanting to say Nemesis, but no, it's Adversary. Only one of those storylines, I actually got to Chapter 3, though. Things turned out pretty well for Nemesis. Nightmare. Maybe that's why, that also starts with an N. I'm crossing the two names, but yeah. Things did not turn out well for Nightmare after they did turn out well. I helped her, but as it turns out, she can't exist outside the cabin, so that's certainly something to think about. So let's see. Everything goes dark and you die. So what do we want to do this time around?
You're on a path in the woods.
I'll have the narrator go
and at the end of
on
that
while I
path
think.
is a cabin. And in the basement
Alright, so I
of
think
that
in this
cabin
case we've
is a
got...
princess.
Alright, I think I know what I want to do. I forget if I came to a conclusion in the previous stream about what I want to do next, but nope. We are going to... you know what? I think we've just got this sense that the princess can be incredibly dangerous, so we're going to go to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path.
Yeah, that's great. Proceed to the cabin. Ahead of time, I know that
interior of the
diplomacy
cabin
isn't a
is
good idea, so take the
You
blade.
take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
It sure would be. Alright, here we go.
The door to the basement creaks.
I don't need to know, narrator. Continue down the
You're
stairs.
still listening to reason.
No, I'm listening to my feet, and they're going forward.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
I could skip at this point, I guess,
There's a
but I
heavy
won't.
chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful.
I don't know who you are, voice
She
of the
really a
hero.
threat to the world.
Focus on the task at hand.
I am, and I
And
will.
there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Actions speak louder than words.
Your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Oh, you're approaching me?
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this. You
Here I go.
lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
What the fuck, dude?
Oh. This is it, isn't it?
Holy shit.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Considering the knife is still in your chest, I would assume so, yeah.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
Such a knife cannot kill me.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Well, I mean, Look, normally we're very diplomatic, so clearly we have some kind of inkling that something's weird, even without our memories.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there.
They're very short sleeves.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Well, I mean... What do I want to do? Okay, so... I mean, being diplomatic normally... I think that makes us cautious, so we're going to check for a pulse at least.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck.
I would have gone for
wrist
wrist first,
for a pulse,
just in case,
even
but
though
alright.
you know you're not going to find one. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question?
I'm looking at a corpse.
Wait, what was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
Oh, I don't even remember this one from the demo.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
Bye. Well, I guess this has been our, most successful, diplomatic mission left, though. I mean, she said it, we're all square, we're
It
good.
was so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you. For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Alright, Chapter 2, The Razor. Yeah, I did not see this one at all in the demo.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I notice I can't skip
You're here
this.
to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
But I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't.
I'm mostly
She
asking this so
didn't
I know
kill
what
you.
voice I have
You
now.
don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Oh no, the worst voice is here. It's kind of a plot hole that she was able to stab us.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Are you some kind of unreliable narrator? That's bullshit.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Alright, I mean, we've seen that explore option plenty of times. Although... kind of want to hear what Cheated
Those
has
are
to
two
say about
very
this.
different questions. Let's say for a moment you died last. We mostly listened to you. How were we supposed to know she'd spring back to life?
Yeah, you said she was dead and we wanted to check. Wouldn't she have gotten up and killed us anyway?
If she sprung back to life in this hypothetical scenario, then clearly you didn't slay her. But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that,
I
it sounds
forgot
to
he
me
does
like you're making
that.
a rather dangerous
Makes fun of you.
that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Oh, I'm so sad. I'm a weird little bird man and I'm so sad. I got stabbed to death.
Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Me, the audience turning to the camera knowingly. Oh, the dramatic irony.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Well, let me just, remove the first letters in the subtitle. Lay, he, Rincess. No, that doesn't spell out, lying Ares, so I don't think it's a different world.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here.
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else.
I'm so curious as to what happens if you do a turn around and leave run. Like, in the middle of a different one.
We were so close to finishing the job last time. She can't get the jump on us twice. If we're careful, we should be fine.
That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
We killed each other last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her.
I
Go in,
didn't.
do your job, and save the world.
I wasn't trusting her deadness last
Oh,
time.
and don't get stabbed while you're at it.
Thanks, cheated. All she did last time around was stab me to death. How can someone like that end the world?
She just can. But she's still only a princess. You're fully up to the task you've been given, so long as you remember that.
You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
I have been skipping the Chapter 2 dialogues, which
You
does
didn't
mean
tell
I've
us
been
about
missing
your
out on
knife last time, though.
stuff like this, so I should probably not do that next time.
That's because she's unarmed. And more than that, it's because there wasn't a last time.
Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Alright, I'm gonna say that's
Great.
all.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Alright, let's go on. Cheetah doesn't want us to go
Before
on.
you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
I'm also going to
We know what
die.
to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Alright, proceed to the cabin. Let's get a slaying.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Alright, so let's just approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the bait. What are you talking
Heard
about?
this.
This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be. You reach forward and rub your hand. But there was a mirror a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her earn for what she's done to us.
Alright, enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall.
I'm gonna get splinters.
The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Alright, scraping of metal. Has she just become one of those horror game enemies that's like, oh, Pyramid Head was popular, let's have a boss that just, like, holds a blade against the
That's
ground.
right. Scraping. I told you she has something. I told you.
She just has a bastard sword now, and she's just kind of wandering around.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
Alright, grating.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
No, it's gonna be
There
murder.
is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah. She thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
Women, am I right?
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Now this is a face you can trust.
I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
How can you not trust this face?
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
I'm not hiding anything behind my back.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Oh, this is gonna be good. Alright. I'm interested in this one. Yeah, I'm not trusting this. Bye! Alright, now, I think she has countermeasures to me just running in and trying to stab her this time. She's ready. Alright. Do you remember what happened last time?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, surely I would remember that. But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
There you go again, talking up delusions
Fucking
about a
Gremlin
past life
Princess is
experience that
amazing.
clearly didn't happen.
Don't believe her!
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that loop back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell when she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
What a nonsensical storyline that would be. But that's exactly what happened, so you do remember it.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again? I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
These faces are amazing.
Aha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count. Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
Alright, Alright, I mean, look, I don't know if we can let bygones be bygones, but I like this explore option. Alright, what if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you killed me last time after coming back from being stabbed in the heart.
That doesn't sound like me.
I have absolutely
I'm just a
zero
poor
doubts
little
that
princess.
She is going to stab us if we get close to her.
I'm just a little princess, it's my birthday.
She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
Look, okay, narrator, I feel like you only have the ability to literally give me the facts as they are presented, like, to the point where you can only discuss what's happening on screen, because if you just, like, rotated your camera around here, just whip like that, you'd see a knife back there, or maybe a sword. I feel like she's got a big sword. I feel like she's got something longer than a knife this time. Princess, what do you have? A knife? No, etc.
Who is armed? You. So stop second guessing yourself and do your job.
I mean, by this point, I don't think slay the princess is an option. I think it's changed to charge at her and then get killed violently.
Nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
I mean, it does say slay the princess still. If I come close to you, you're just going to stab me, aren't you?
What? No! No, I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason.
I think this might be the funniest run.
And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to not stabbing distance to help me.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her?
I want to see all these faces, though. They're all
We're
good.
clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance.
Now, see, I still think the narrator can only see what
Oh,
we
I'm
see.
sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now?
I think narrators are also our camera.
You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. And maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity. Fine, and we'll continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
Alright, is slay the princess not? Alright, I think we still feel a little bit of guilt back of our head for just going in and stabbing her. So, although we steeled ourselves last time. I mean, okay, I'll give her a choice. If she drops the knife, we let her out.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife?
Okay, she definitely has something bigger than a knife.
And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Just silly girl
Okay, I
things.
could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Alright, well, you're gonna look like a real idiot when we get murdered. Alright, you know what? We gave her a choice, so this is just gonna be the run where we're violent. Screw it, slay the princess.
Princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room.
No thoughts, head empty.
Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can.
Oh no,
win.
cheated, no.
You just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second. But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat.
Oh, that's a hell of a way to describe it.
Whose meat? Not ours, right?
It's our meat.
Hers, at first.
Oh, cool.
Then yours.
Oh.
Hehe.
How? What did she even hit
Fucking
us with?
Laugh.
You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
Okay, she's just made of knives now then. Cool.
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful
Jesus.
squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The arms race. Jesus.
You're on a path.
Oh wow, now
towards-
everything's
No,
knives.
Fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
Cheated, we are in knife zone.
You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess
Holy
of curved
shit.
and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
I use the power of my stand, King Crimson.
I feel dizzy.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
Now I'm the narrator.
Nobody holds the cards. That's how it's always been. That's unfortunately how reality works.
The circle's getting smaller and smaller.
Oh, hunted again.
Running isn't an option anymore.
Alright, hunted, look, last time I ignored you and I'm sorry about that.
It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win. And if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
Stubborn, you're back!
Great. So obviously you've already been here. How many times?
Apparently a few times if those two are
This
here.
is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
Hey, she died in one.
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better.
Oh, Stubborn's still so horny about this.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you can take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
But she's sharper. She's made of knives now. And that was before this loop.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
How are we supposed to get back to Tokyo?
Walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
I'm afraid I don't.
There isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
My dude.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
Alright.
Make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't
Quote,
exist.
unquote.
Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess. You reach forward
Didn't
and
have the
place your
choice to
hand on the
smash
door
it.
to the basement. It creaks open.
You know, Cheated, for complaining about your lot in life, you sure do have a lot of control over this.
And the mirror's gone. How surprising. It was never there. Just an illusion.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now.
God, I really wish I could draw. Just want all of these personalities just fucking heckling
Unless it's
main
time for us
body.
to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the
All right.
princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again.
Look, stubborn. I think you had a chance against Punch Princess, and you didn't. This one's Knife Princess. She's made of knives.
Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Princess, what are you made out of? Knives! No!
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
What do you mean nothing bad has come of it? We've died. Cheated, are you one of those people who watch Dragon Ball and are like, I mean, it completely removes the stakes if they can just get revived with the Dragon Balls. What's the point of death? Dying sucks, that's the point. Also, if Goku and Party die, like, the villain just blows up the world, but that's neither here nor there.
Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered. The past isn't real. It's only here and now. Your internal
Oh,
victory
God.
is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
So I'm not gonna have a lot of dialogue trees in this one, am I?
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Yes.
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
You didn't have any ideas. That is obviously false. We're going to unconditionally surrender. Oh, that's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her. God. Yet again, we know that the end result is that this personality goes to the void. So, how do we want to die here? Let's just kill her first. I mean, it's real easy, right? I mean, you know what? I feel like that's the way the story ends, huh? This is the one where we tried to go straight for it every time. We lingered a little bit last time, but that didn't help us any. But it also wouldn't have helped us to get straight to the point there either, but, when the princess is made of swords, there's not much you can do. I kind of want to choose this one. But I feel like it's just going to be like, she murders you. You try to think of something better. You do the thinker pose. She decapitates you. Yeah. I mean, look, we've got Fight Slut in our head again. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it.
No, that's a terrible idea.
A win's a win.
Screw it, we've already died twice. What's a third? A third is a third. It's bad. Who cares? Fine. You raise your blade above your head.
Oh, this is new. What are you going to do? Are you really going to stab yourself? Neat.
Then you skewer yourself. Ow.
Oh, I misread that completely.
Are we still here? Can we not actually off ourselves? Boo! Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Oh, a new one of us.
Oh, welcome to the pack. We're going to die
I thought that
now.
only happens when we die. Did we die? Nah, we'd know if we died. Right? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think
Knife zone.
and that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
It's just a regular party in here.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances.
Rider kick.
Okay, whatever we do...
She's got her blades low.
us.
Go high,
See
and then
how
rider
many
kick
we
her.
can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting.
Alright, so I did manage to completely misread an option, and that's on me. This game's usually pretty clear about things. I thought it meant charge her, not stab me.
Yeah, I'll pass
But-
on that.
I think I like this result.
As long as we keep moving.
Who cares about getting better than her? Let's do something weird. Like, really weird.
You know what, new guy? Let's go
Come
for it.
on, show me something new.
I mean, she wants it too. Alright, you want weird? Fine then. I'm gonna try flirting with her. Here I go. It doesn't work and she kills you again.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman.
It's actually rad that you're made of knives.
Skewers you.
You're cute.
Oh, thank you.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps.
It hasn't so far and it won't.
What's the point? It's all the same.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
Do you see that? We almost had her. That was luck. But we only have to get lucky once. Just panic! Flee!
She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Okay, let's go again. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels.
Alright, I don't even recognize you.
She skewers you.
Just getting a preview of all these voices.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one.
We'll get it eventually.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
She skewers you.
We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time, that's all we need.
None of this is working. Think.
She skewers you.
God, I'm so
Then
bored of
everything
you
goes
dying.
And you die.
Alright. Mutually assured destruction, sure. Chapter 4. The gang's all
All
here.
right, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Hell yeah. Got a knife.
Woohoo! What if? Throw it out the window.
Oh, this is gonna be the voice we get when we, just leave, right? I think I vaguely remember
Over
that.
my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
Everybody just turns to voice the Smitten. Simp.
Sure, I can think of a better way to die.
They're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything.
The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them.
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Alright. Flirting didn't work.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Well, clearly, you're not helpful. We tried doing it your way, and we died
By
horribly.
me, you walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
It's more of a slide. We know.
Can we at least look cool going
Fine,
down it?
I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
I'm really feeling left out, guys.
Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that.
Murdering you is my favorite thing.
I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Oh, not particularly.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you gonna turn me blue?
Are you gonna say what she does?
Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah.
I
she
see
said
her
she had
hurt,
something-
narrator.
I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too.
How does she kill us this
I
time?
think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing.
Smitten just comes up. Please, tell me how she murders us.
Really?
I'm into it.
Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. Then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of chest.
Here, Birdman, this will explain everything.
Are you ready for what comes next?
I'm gonna guess it's a stabbing.
Holy shit! She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine.
I mean, look, if there's one thing you can't accuse Voice of the Smitten of, it's being a normie. Voice of the Smitten is into some shit.
Yes.
But I respect that
Behold
more
the
than...
perfect woman.
This is what peak woman looks like. Look. Everybody knows that peak woman is just knife skeleton. Who's going to disagree with that? Oh, this one's had so many good thumbnails. I wanted to go with Gremlin Princess, but like... this is kind of a spoiler, so I don't know if I want to use Knife Skeleton, but this is just a perfect image right here.
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
Alright, now you're thinking contrarian. Oh god, what was I even saying about Smitten? Oh yeah, like, I respect him more than fucking puritanical people. Though, to be fair, that kind of person who barely knows what sex is would not know what to make of this, to be fair.
That looked painful.
Oh, probably incredibly painful. I mean, this chapter is called Mutually Assured Destruction.
How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs.
This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up.
This is a psyop!
She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
I mean, she's got a weak point now.
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Look, when she just had knives in her, I thought we had a chance. She's made of knives. I'm done. Eject me out of this brain, please. Alright. No thoughts, head empty.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Huh. Okay.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Okay, so it's the voices adding layers onto the world. I mean, her too, probably, but like... If you just hide them, it also just sends us to the void, and I'm sorry, you're about to be grabbed by a lot of hands. I know it doesn't sound like that should be effective, but goodbye. You do not act, and yet through that inaction your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. Alright. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Alright, let's approach the mirror. How do we look what do we look like this time? Is there any flesh left? You do so. Gaze into the reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Alright, back to the cabin. You're at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Also, ow. Ooh. I hope this one doesn't vanish. Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
I guess next we'll go with... Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
So, we have to be confident in this. I guess... I don't think I necessarily want to kill him. I don't know what his deal is, but I don't know if I want him dead per se. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him.
There's no need for you to know what you are going to do before you do it. If you find him, remember that I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
I mean, I always ask this and you never answer, but, how many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Really? Huh. It feels like there's so much more I could do. If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
I don't think I'm gonna say this. It'll probably boot me back to the out of the game again, but no, I think I wanted to see where this goes. Who's the I in this conversation? No. Is it me, the player, or the character? Oh. Alright, well, we'll say I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Alright, so this is definitely interesting because I know there's a lot more story paths we could do.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Gonna save here, though, because it is time to end the stream. Alright, well then. So, next time, it seems like it's gonna be the final normal part of this. But I have no idea what the endgame's gonna look like afterwards. I don't know if it's gonna be a particularly long segment, or if it'll just be a conclusion. I feel like it might... I feel like it can't be terribly long, right? She says, knowing full well the Mad Lads could absolutely write a fairly long just ending sequence. Like, considering the fact that it seems as though, like, there are plenty of other things we can do. I was gonna do the contrarian one, but I don't want that to be my last run. I think for the final one, I'm gonna try to save the princess. Explicitly go against the title of the game. But yeah, no, like, there are a number of possible things that we could do, which means Endgame has a bunch of, like, different possibilities then, because you can get different aspects of the princess, so they're all going to come together in different ways, I'm guessing. Because again, the fucking Mad Lads at Black Tabby Games will just fucking do this. It's not enough that they do, like, the best choice-based games. They really commit to it. Like, I have a decent idea of what I'm getting into, but also, what the fuck do you mean? If that is what they're building to, and I'm pretty sure it is, the fuck do you mean there's just, like, a pool of things that could go into this, and it will probably change things significantly? Alright, well, So here's the part where I plug things. Initially, I was gonna play this, Tuesday, because, like, I'm done with River City Girls, which means I was gonna move Slay the Princess to the Saturday slot, but then I was gonna be like, haha, I'm still gonna play it next Tuesday anyway, and that'll just double up next week. But, like, I feel like I want to continue it next Saturday then, because I do not know what to expect. It could be any length of things. I don't know what to expect, and I don't know if I want to save this for a middle of the week thing. Because I have Tuesday off, but then I don't have Wednesday off, so I don't know. Actually, no, okay, yeah. Since we are approaching the end of the game, I don't want to inflict the stress of having to wake up the next day when I don't normally have to wake up for work on Tuesday self. So, yeah, next Saturday, 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. I guess we're finishing Slay the Princess. But, like, this is where I say, hey, just play the game yourself. Because, like, clearly, I'm only doing one path. I'm just doing one full run of this for stream, but god fucking damn. I don't know what to expect, even though I have a decent idea of what to expect, and I'm just reeling. I'm ready, but also, goddamn, those Mad Lads. Alright, so yeah, more Slay the Princess next Saturday, 9 to 11. Which means, I guess, next Tuesday, Code Vein will return to the Tuesday slot. The game that is also very horny and bloody, but, like, less effectively so. I mean, Loga pointed out that, like, yeah, it's Twitch has an age warning for that one, but, like, look, I'm gonna say significantly less horny, though, and that's the one with just almost constant TNA. If there is a woman on the screen in that game, she almost assuredly does not have a lot of clothing on. And also, the blood, less visceral. It's also very explodey, the blood, but I feel like it has both categories significantly less. Not less well or less good, just, less than this game. Code Vein is just gonna look positively normal after Slay the Princess has been there. Anyway, though, yeah, that'll be Tuesday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And I think I've decided on what I want to do next for a Thursday stream. I think I'm either going to make good on my promise to play Phoenix Wright sooner rather than later, and do that, or I might actually play Kirby's Dream Land 2 for stream. Admittedly, I don't like the game as much, so... Like, it's not my favorite Kirby game. But there is that, like, deluxe hack someone made, so I kind of want to see what the game looks like in color. But usually Kirby games are more for my LP list, but again, I'm not as keen on Dreamland 2, so I don't know. I'll decide, but the point is I have an extra week to decide because next Thursday is somehow Thanksgiving, so I'm not streaming that day. So I have a week reprieve from that, and I'll be back the week afterwards with whatever I'm doing once I've decided what I'm doing. But goddamn, I am apparently just finishing a lot of things at the same time, though, because I just finished Paper Mario, just finished River City Girls, and the week's gonna end before I finish this, but, like, next Saturday, I think it'll be the end of this, too. Everything's wrapping up, it's weird. Anyway, though, also, VODs are on YouTube as well. I'm Thefter Mossimone on there. But hey, guess what? There are LPs there, too, that I almost forgot to mention. Mega Man X4 is on Monday, Wario Land 2 is on Wednesday, and Metroid Zero Mission is on Friday. And if you want to support me, you can do so through Patreon or Ko-fi. I'm Thefter on both those sites, and you can find links easily enough in the Twitch bio, or the YouTube banner, or underneath the YouTube videos. Alright, I'm just gonna move to the end screen. Really good game. Really wish I wasn't doing anything tomorrow. I would just stream the end of this tomorrow, but no, I'm gonna be working instead, so shrug. Anyway, though, have a good night, y'all. I will see you then. I don't know when then is for you specifically, but it will probably be at another point, unless it's the last thing you ever see from me, in which case, goodbye forever. I'm leaving now.